disgruntledduck.com.
Hi guys, welcome again. It's another review. Back to what I know and love is 1/35th scale. It's the Italeri M923 A1 Big Foot. It's another cargo truck. I do love me a cargo truck. So let's open the box and let's see what we've got. So straight off the bat, picked up the Eduard Photo-etch, so we'll go through that at the end. But first we'll just go straight onto the model. Italeri, a nice simple build, usually not too complex, usually good for pretty much any level. This I'd easily say is a second, maybe a first or second model, probably maybe a second model. This would be a nice little build straight out the box. We've got two different paint schemes, one for the US Army in Germany in 1990, so will be still Cold War time, or just at the end of the Cold War really. And then we've got one out in Saudi Arabia in 91. So we've got two nice little colour schemes. We've got a little paint chart at the front there, so we know exactly what we're going to be painting as we go along. We've got the instructions that give you the paint colours for specific parts, especially the interior, as we're going along. So that's the instructions. Let's move on to the vehicle. Right, first part is we've got our clear parts right there. See a couple of imperfections in the plastic. I know it's not scratches, it just don't look crystal clear. But I've read that we can use Future Revive to dip these in, and it will leave us with a fantastic clear piece. So I'm going to try that for this model. Right, on to the first part. Move that out of the way. So we've got a nice big chunky wheels. A lot of detail on there. Some great rivets popping out. Or great nuts, shall I say, popping out of these hubcaps that are really going to pick up nicely. I've got our canvas or our tarp on top. Nice little bit of detail in the creases along there. Got the rear of it in case we're going to use that. I don't know if we can use it both ways, maybe with or without the rear, or it's something that we can remove. We'll have to look into that in the instructions. Do you know what, let's actually go straight ahead and see. So yeah, it looks like we can just slip this guy on or off as we want. It doesn't appear to be anything holding that back, so I think it's going to be one of those ones where we're not going to glue that at all, so we can just pop it off on the display model. It looks like we've got our machine gun mount or post that sits on top of the vehicle. So that's, as a first sprue, that's quite nice to look at. Second sprue, we've got quite, I can see straight away, it's quite a lot of decal. This little piece is snapped off. So here's more some of the exterior, well, interior and exterior parts. So we've got the front sides, some nice deep recessed panel lines, as you can see on there. I'll give you a close up of everything. Everything on here has a real nice amount of detail. We can give you a little look. We've got actually quite a bit of model to make. We've got our base of chassis. We've got our internal cab and engine compartment. We've got our dashboard, steering wheel. We've got our nice seats. We've got some crease marks in there. We can always do a bit more on there. I've got the canopy for our cab, our front windows, our doors, and then we've got the starts of our chassis. So all in all, nice little parts of the kit there. Great little bit of detail. It's one of the things I look for, and we'll talk more about as I move on to the third sprue. So we've got our third sprue, and we have a missing part, as you can see, which is the flatbed of the truck. So let's just start with that. There's a load of detail on there. We've got a lovely wood grain. It's quite a random effect as well. That's going to look nice. And we've got these nice deep lines in between the planks of wood. The underneath, nothing to really write home about, but we're going to hide most of that in the build anyway. But yeah, that's one of the things I look for as we move on to here. You can see these ridges and that. I do like something that really pops, a lot of depth, as you can see on some of this suspension, these nice raised lines that don't look too much to begin with, but once you get a wash in there, that's really going to lift it up. We've got our axles here, look good, parts of our engine. We've got our mud flaps along the back here. Got the rear of our vehicle. Well, actually no, sorry, that's going to be the front of the cab, I believe. The back of the cab, should I say. We've got our petrol tank, and we've got the sides at the rear. We've got, again, a nice bit of wood effect here. That's going to pop. That's going to be one of those things I think we're going to paint separately, stick on afterwards. All really lovely. We've got some metal flooring there. This is a really, really nice, highly detailed kit. I think this is going to set you back around £17–18. So it's quite a detailed kit for quite a reasonable price. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Some people aren't into the cargo side or the transport side of the military, but it's something that really fascinates me. You know, you can fight a war in tanks and everything, but without supplies, you ain't going to get that far. So finally, here's the decals. It's a very simple little set. It's an American vehicle, but we don't have any of the big white star, any of those really noticeable military markings. So it's quite a naked military vehicle in that respect. So that's a nice little set of decals. So as I said, I also picked up the Photo-etch. Now, it's one of those things, Photo-etch, you either love or you hate it. I hate doing it, but I love the effect. Sorry, I love the effect that you get from it. So this is quite a nice set, quite a big set actually as well. So we've got full 3 pages of instructions in there. We've got some masks for our windows. We've also got those little half moon masks so that we can do the nice dusty effect on the windscreen. So let's move through the parts. I'm just going to show them to you one by one. That's the first fret. Here's the second one. There's some nice big chunky parts in this set of Photo-etch. Sometimes you'll get Photo-etch and everything will be some tiny little parts with detail with nothing large, but with some of these larger bits it's nice, especially as body parts or body panels, because you can get some denting on there to make give it a little bit more realism. And so we've got some nice little mud flaps there. Looks like some form of ammunition box on this little fret. And then this is the final one. Now we do have a lot of tiny parts I noticed down here, but it's going to be worth it in the end. And finally we have a couple of pieces for the dashboard. Now, a load of work that's going to go in there. So this is going to take a kit that you can easily complete in a weekend to something that's going to take a fair bit more time and a bit more skill. This is what's great about the Photo-etch. You can take this basic kit and you can just add so much more to it and change that skill level straight away. I'm working on a few kits at the minute. I'm actually working on a ton of kits. I think I have about 20 on the go, there or thereabouts. At various stages of completion. I did want to start this guy pretty soon, but with all this Photo-etch I think it's going to be a bit of a slow burner. But anyway, check back. We're going to be building stuff all the time. There's going to be more review videos. There's always stuff going on the channel, and until next time, happy modelling and see you guys soon.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment.